Welcome back. If you're planning to say I do this year, well, think small. Weddings are being downsized this year, from live streamed ceremonies to weekday celebrations. Most of these trends have popped up because of the pandemic, and couples are hoping that it will help save them a little extra cash at the altar. Joining us this morning is NerdWallet finance expert Sara Rathner to talk more about it. Hi, Sara. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
Good, thanks. So what is the first thing that you should do if you just got engaged, you're going into 2022, and you're like, I don't know what the pandemic's going to do this year?
Now, the first thing you want to start with is your final budget, whether it's $500 or $50,000. That is the number you're going to stick to when you make every planning decision.
It's hard to stay in a budget when you're planning a wedding. What are some tips and tricks that you can do to make it a little easier?
You want to make a list of the things you absolutely have to have and some of the things that aren't as important to you, because you can save on those areas that are just not as important and put your money into the things that you really truly want.
Guest list is a big thing, right? Isn't it? I mean, that you almost have to, that's like the first thing you have to decide. How many people are we inviting?
Yes, especially with the pandemic, smaller weddings have definitely come into fashion, but people are also treating weddings as big reunions. Friends and family haven't seen each other for a long time. So if you still want to have that bigger wedding, you can do it. You just need to budget for it.
Let's talk about, the three maybe most important things, or the things that you really should spend money on when you're planning a wedding.
Big one is photography. I know it's tempting to just hire friends, but after your wedding is over, the only thing you'll have left are the pictures. So you want to make sure you hire a professional with the right equipment, with a backup plan in place in case of bad weather or bad lighting. You do not want to skimp on the most important memory you're going to have of your big day, and that's that are your photos. You also want to consider other professional vendors. Again, really tempting to hire friends and family and save there, but the professionals are going to have the backup plans. They're going to know your venue. If a friend backs out at the last minute, you might pay top dollar to hire a professional and you're not going to have a good selection of professionals available at the last minute because many of them are going to be booked. So that's really important too. And you also finally want to look at guest experience. People are not going to remember those little Instagram worthy details that you agonized over and planned over and look really good in photos, but guests are busy. They're only going to notice the big things. They're going to notice the food, the entertainment. They're going to notice if you left them sitting out in the hot sun for an hour before the ceremony, getting sunburned, getting heat stroke. They're going to notice if they have to stand around in high heels for a long period of time. They're going to notice if they have to wait on a long line for the bathroom. So you really want to plan for that experience and make sure your event is something that's welcoming and comfortable for you and your guests.
All right. Such great advice for all of the new brides out there. Sara Rathner, thank you so much from NerdWallet for taking the time to talk to us this morning.
Thank you.
Take care.